The moment the airplane doors opened, the air that greeted me was unlike any other. It was a warm, soft blanket, thick with the sweet perfume of frangipani blossoms and the faint, salty tang of the Indian Ocean. This was my first breath of Sri Lanka, an island once known as Serendip. My journey began on a road that snaked away from the bustling energy of Colombo, heading towards the island's heart. Brightly decorated tuk-tuks zipped past, their drivers offering warm, genuine smiles. Roadside stalls overflowed with exotic fruits, spiky red rambutans, deep purple mangosteens, and enormous golden king coconuts. As we traveled further, the urban landscape began to melt away, replaced by a lush, untamed greenness. Rice paddies, like shimmering emerald carpets, stretched out on either side of the road. The island was already whispering its secrets to me, and I was more than ready to listen. Leaving the sun-drenched coastal plains behind, we set out on a journey that promised to reveal a different side of Sri Lanka, one that few ever truly experience. The road began to climb steadily, winding its way into the heart of the Central Highlands, where the air grew cooler and the scenery more dramatic with every turn. It was here, amidst the rising mists and lush greenery, that Sri Lanka revealed its emerald heart, the legendary tea country, a region steeped in history and natural beauty. The landscape transformed before our eyes into a breathtaking panorama of rolling hills, each one draped in a velvety cloak of meticulously manicured tea bushes, stretching as far as the eye could see. Our train, a charming relic from a bygone era, chugged along the narrow tracks, its rhythmic motion echoing the timelessness of the land, offering spectacular views at every turn and inviting us to slow down and savor the moment. The hills were alive with the vibrant colors of the tea pluckers, their saris like bright jewels scattered across the green slopes, moving gracefully as they harvested the tender leaves that would soon become world-famous Ceylon tea. These hills are more than just a pretty sight. They are the backbone of a nation's identity, supporting generations of families and shaping the culture and economy of Sri Lanka. The story of Ceylon tea is woven into the very fabric of this land, from the dew-kissed leaves to the grand old factories that have stood for over a century, echoing with the stories of those who built this industry. There is a certain tranquility that settles over you in the hill country, especially at sunrise, when the world feels hushed and the only sounds are the gentle rustle of leaves and distant birdsong. As the mist rolled in, draping the hills in a soft, ethereal veil, I felt a sense of being suspended between heaven and earth, as if time itself had slowed to let us appreciate the magic of this place. This journey into the emerald heart of Sri Lanka was about more than just seeing the tea plantations. It was about feeling their soul, understanding their legacy, and carrying a piece of their serenity with us long after we left. To truly understand the soul of the hill country, one must understand the journey of the tea leaf itself. Here, in these rolling emerald hills, tea is not just a crop, it is a way of life, woven into the very fabric of Sri Lankan identity. I visited a working tea factory, a grand old building that seemed to hum with history and industry. Its weathered walls and creaking floors whispered stories of generations who have dedicated their lives to perfecting the art of tea. The moment I stepped inside, I was enveloped by the rich, intoxicating aroma of fermenting tea leaves. The scent was earthy and sweet, filling the air with a sense of anticipation and tradition. The process was a fascinating blend of old machinery and skilled human hands. Ancient rollers and sifters clattered alongside the careful, practiced movements of the workers, each step essential to the final product. I watched, mesmerized, as the workers guided the leaves through each stage of production. Their expertise was evident in every gesture, from the gentle tossing of leaves to the precise timing of each process. The final stage was the drying, where the oxidized leaves were passed through large ovens to halt the fermentation process. The heat locked in the unique flavors and aromas that make Ceylon tea so distinctive. I was then invited to a tea tasting session, where a master taster showed me how to slurp the tea noisily to appreciate its full range of flavors. Each sip revealed subtle notes, floral, citrus, even hints of spice, reflecting the terroir of these hills. Holding a warm cup of freshly brewed Ceylon tea, looking out over the very hills where it was grown, was a moment of pure bliss. The connection between land, people, and tradition was tangible in every drop. It's a taste of Sri Lanka's history, its culture, and the natural beauty of its incredible hill country. A living legacy, steeped in every cup, waiting to be discovered by those who seek it. From the misty hills of the tea country, where the air is cool and the landscape is painted in shades of green, my journey began with a sense of anticipation and wonder. My adventures soon led me down winding roads to the sun-drenched plains of the lowlands, a world ruled by magnificent and gentle giants, the Sri Lankan elephant. Here, the land opens up, and the horizon stretches endlessly, promising encounters with some of the most awe-inspiring creatures on Earth. My first sighting was in Udawalawe National Park, a vast expanse of grassland and scrub jungle that is home to hundreds of wild elephants. The park is a sanctuary, not just for elephants, but for countless other species that thrive in its diverse habitats. There, partially hidden by the bushes, was a family of elephants, their huge gray forms moving with a surprising grace and silence. It was mesmerizing to watch them communicate with gentle rumbles and subtle gestures, their social bonds evident in every interaction. We watched from a respectful distance as the family went about their daily routine, grazing, foraging, and caring for their young. The guides reminded us of the importance of keeping our distance, allowing the elephants to feel safe and undisturbed in their natural home. A tiny baby elephant, still clumsy on its feet, playfully chased after its mother, occasionally stumbling but always determined to keep up. Its innocence and curiosity brought smiles to everyone watching. Seeing them so peaceful, so content in their own world, was a deeply moving experience. It was a reminder of the beauty of wild places and the importance of protecting them for future generations. These encounters are about more than just wildlife watching. They are about connecting with a creature that is deeply woven into the fabric of Sri Lankan life and culture. Elephants are revered here, celebrated in festivals, and respected as symbols of wisdom and strength. As the sun began to set, casting a golden glow over the landscape, we saw a large herd making its way towards a watering hole. The scene was magical, the elephants silhouetted against the fading light, their trunks raised in greeting and play. These gentle giants are one of Sri Lanka's greatest treasures, and the opportunity to share a moment in their world is an experience that stays with you forever. Their presence lingers in your memory, a reminder of the wild heart of this beautiful island. The significance of the elephant in Sri Lanka extends far beyond the boundaries of its national parks. These majestic creatures are an integral part of the island's cultural and spiritual heritage. For centuries, elephants have been associated with royalty, strength, and prosperity. One of the most spectacular displays of this reverence is the Esala Perahera in Kandy, an annual festival that honors the sacred tooth relic of the Buddha. The streets were filled with thousands of people, their faces illuminated by the glow of flaming torches. But the true stars of the parade were the elephants, adorned in the most magnificent and elaborate garments. The air was thick with the scent of incense and the sound of rhythmic drumming, creating an atmosphere of intense spiritual energy. This deep respect for elephants also presents a complex challenge. The story of the Sri Lankan elephant is a story of coexistence, a delicate balance between reverence and reality. Sri Lanka's history is not just written in books, it is carved in stone, preserved in the magnificent ruins of ancient cities and sacred temples. My journey into the past began in the Cultural Triangle, a region that holds the keys to the island's glorious heritage. Standing amidst the sprawling ruins of Anuradhapura, the first ancient capital, I felt a profound sense of awe. Today, what remains are the colossal dagobas, or stupas, giant brick domes that soar towards the sky. These structures are not just architectural marvels, they are objects of deep veneration. Further south lies Polonnaruwa, the second great capital. The artistry is simply breathtaking. The sculptors managed to make solid rock look as soft and flowing as fabric. These temples and ruins are more than just tourist attractions, they are the soul of the nation. Not all of Sri Lanka's sacred sites are found in the sprawling ruins of ancient cities. One such place is the legendary Sigiriya, or Lion Rock, a colossal rock fortress that rises dramatically from the central plains. Climbing the series of steep staircases that cling to the sheer rock face is a challenge, but one that is repaid 1,000 times over. The views from the top are simply staggering, a 360-degree panorama of the surrounding jungle and countryside. Halfway up the rock, sheltered in a protected pocket, are the famous Sigiriya frescoes. The final ascent to the summit is through the paws of a gigantic lion carved from the rock. Another profound spiritual journey is the pilgrimage to Adam's Peak, or Sri Pada. The climb is traditionally done overnight, a procession of twinkling lights snaking its way up the thousands of steps. This ascent is more than just a physical climb. It is a journey of faith, of perseverance, and of connection to something greater than oneself. Beyond the ancient temples and breathtaking landscapes, the true heart of Sri Lanka lies in its people. The Sri Lankan smile is something special. It is offered freely and frequently. From the bustling markets of Kandy to the quiet fishing villages along the coast, I was met with a welcoming spirit. Daily life here is a vibrant tapestry of color, sound, and activity. I loved wandering through the local markets, a sensory explosion of sights and smells. People were always happy to stop and chat, to explain what a strange-looking vegetable was, or to share a recipe. I spent an afternoon in a small village, where a family graciously invited me into their home for a cup of tea. This is the essence of travel for me, not just seeing new places, but meeting new people and understanding their way of life. The people of Sri Lanka are the custodians of its beauty, and their welcoming spirit is what transforms a beautiful holiday into an unforgettable, heartwarming experience. My time in Sri Lanka was a whirlwind of incredible experiences, a journey that touched every one of my senses. From the first taste of the fragrant, humid air to the last sip of perfect Ceylon tea, the island revealed its wonders to me. This island is a world in miniature, a place where you can discover so much in such a compact space. It is a destination for the adventurer, the historian, the nature lover, and the spiritual seeker. I have tried my best to share with you the stories and sights that captivated me, but words and pictures can only do so much. To truly understand the magic of Sri Lanka, you must experience it for yourself. It is a journey that will enrich your life in ways you cannot yet imagine, leaving you with memories that will last a lifetime. Let Sri Lanka enchant you as it has enchanted me. Your own journey to this land of tea, elephants, and temples awaits.